Welcome back, everybody, to Synalytics Crypto. My name is Mike. Thank you for joining me here this evening. This is a first for the Synalytics Crypto channel. I am finally getting a chance to bring you guys a project that I have not invested in yet because I can't invest in it yet. This will not go live on Uniswap until March 31st. So we all get a chance to get in on the ground floor. I've done a little bit, actually I've done a pretty extensive amount of research on this particular project for a couple of days now, mostly through social media applications that I've explored, and really wanted to dive into this to make sure it was a legitimate project before I brought it to this channel, because we always got to look out for each other and I'm always looking out for you guys. So what is this project? TENSET. Now, before we continue on, please, first of all, like, subscribe, share this video with someone if you can. And what I want to know in the comments below is, have you heard of TENSET? If you have heard of TENSET, are you planning on investing in TENSET along with us here on the Synalytics channel? Because this is something I will be waiting for as soon as it goes live on March 31st on Uniswap. I will definitely be putting an allocation into this. I've moved a few funds around from a few different projects so I can build up a nice little stack of Ethereum so I can go straight into this project. And there's a reason why. This is a brilliant, brilliant idea. What they're doing, what they're launching, the team behind them, and everything that they're incorporating into what TENSET is going to be absolutely amazing. I am very excited about this. I'm very excited to be able to share this one with you guys since day one so we can all kind of communicate together and see where this project goes. Very, very excited. So TENSET, bridge between crypto and the stock market. Now, you guys know that on this channel, I am not a stock market guy. I have never bought a stock in my entire life, and I probably never will. It's just not my area of expertise. But the stock market is actually very, very healthy right now, despite the economic conditions of the world and the United States itself. Stock market is at all-time highs, along with most cryptos. So, people are still investing. People are not interested anymore in the general traditional banking system where they're getting their 2% that barely covers the inflation of the good old dollar toilet paper. And people are looking for other ideas. Now, TENSET is going to be, in my opinion, groundbreaking and revolutionary. So let's look into this. Before we get too much further into this, the total supply of 205 million TENSET. Current supply is at 81 or so million. They've already burnt almost 5 million, so that's good. This is a very deflationary asset, which is wonderful. In fact, right here, aggressively deflationary token with smart staking system. The hard cap of 5,000 ETH, which is over $10 million at this point, has already been reached. So this is good. I will probably say it again later in this video, but this is not a rug pull situation type project where they get everyone all hyped up to get into it, everybody puts their money into it, and all of a sudden they run off with your Ethereum. I've done enough exploration of this project to know that that is certainly not the case. So very excited. Let's go take a look. The token. Staking TENSET works via the RFI mechanism. There is no need to freeze tokens or store them in any special wallets. Staking works for everyone, always. This generates passive income, two words I love to hear together, keeps some tokens out of circulation, and encourages people to hold or hodl. They're up with the language. Good job, TENSET. Deflationary, another good word that I really like. So far, ticking all the boxes, guys. Our smart contract adds 2% fee to each transaction and splits it. 1% fee is proportionally divided to all TENSET users, that's great, which incentivizes, again, hodling. 1% is automatically burned. Another box ticked. We like that here at Synalytics Crypto. La Planta Corazon, she's the one that's been telling me to look at this. So if she's happy, I'm happy. Reducing the overall TENSET circulation. So again, absolutely deflationary, and didn't start off with billions and billions of tokens. So I mean, to start, to have I think it was roughly 200 and so odd total supply, not that much. We're not looking at billions and billions. So if it's going to be deflationary from the get-go, this could be really, really good. Smart backing. Each token is backed by a collection of cryptocurrencies, and we're going to look at those in a second because they're good. And later shares generating passive income through staking, loans, or depositing. A part of companies' profits is used to buy back TENSET tokens from the exchanges. Another box ticked. Those tokens are burnt burnt, which boosts its price and creates deflation. So the tokenomics of this particular asset and what they're doing is amazing. I am not going to dive in exactly what they're doing with bridging crypto and the stock market, but I think that they're going to be groundbreaking in some of the first people to accomplish the things that they're trying to do with doing that. Now, there's been a lot of people from the stock market getting into crypto in the last about month or 6 weeks or so. So this is good because a lot of people that are into the stock market are just now getting into crypto. And I think most of us have known about the stock market. It's been around for a very long time. So this benefits crypto to me more than the stock market, but that's only because of where I stand. I am not a stock market guy. So the distribution, the pre-sale is already sold out. That's great. Uniswap, March 31st. So the first chance that we're all going to get to invest in this publicly is going to be on Uniswap on March 31st. Now, I don't know exactly where there's no countdown timer on this website. I have not found it, but if you want to look at information, get on their Twitter, get on their Telegram, and you will find out in that way exactly what is going on and when the release is going to happen, because it's crucial to get in as early as possible, in my opinion. Although there's another way to look at it. You could wait for the early investors to come and publicly buy it up to the top, and you know that there will be a retrace, and then you can kind of go on from there. But if we look at what happened with Eternity Chain, it didn't quite turn out like that. I mean, that thing pumped from the get-go, and it's just still pumping. So if you get the right project, you can wait to get in later. My personal strategy on this I'm sharing with you guys is I will be on this the second I'm able to. Please be careful, you guys, and make sure you have the right address. There's probably all kinds of scammers out there with fake TENSET addresses, knowing that people are getting ready to be on Uniswap. So please be careful. Make sure you cross-reference the number with the actual number that you're going to use, the address, with whatever information you can get on that. I'm sure that will be on all of their social media sites. So a quick check, the first 4 and the last 4 will pretty much confirm that you've got the right address before you end up buying. So the fact that I'm going to be buying this on Uniswap means I've got to put a decent allocation towards it to make it worth the fact that I'm spending my precious Ethereum, which is doing very well these days, based on the Visa news was huge. We'll get into that in another video, but if I'm going to spend, whatever it may be, could be over $100 worth of transactions, it's got to be worth my while. So yes, I am going to be definitely throwing at least a couple ETH at this, just because I really find this project quite fascinating when I look at the tokenomics and what it's doing. What really got me excited, which we'll get into in a minute, are some of the cryptocurrencies they're already working with, all of which I just happen to be already invested in. So we like these things. Let's look at the ETF 2.0. Users purchase TENSET tokens paying with ETH. Okay, we all know how to do that. TENSET token economy, 1% fees burned, causing deflation. I almost said inflation. That's a dirty word. Let's go here to 3. TENSET company asset management. I'm going to find this on a bigger page so we can actually talk about these individually, because there's one in here in particular that I really like and I've been holding for a while, and I'm very glad that I have it, and I'm very glad to see them working with TENSET. It gives me more faith in that particular project. So this is kind of like a dual video in one, at least if you're already invested in that. 30% profits used to buy back TENSET and burned. That's a good amount of burn. So this is absolutely 100% a legitimate deflationary asset. We like that. Let's go take a look at their roadmap, you guys. We're going to focus on Q2 because that's basically where we're heading into on the 31st and April 1st. First phase of the asset creation, new strategic alliance and partners. First tests of, I don't know why I couldn't read that word. First tests of integration with who? With Visa. That's a huge partner, you guys. They're going to be working with Visa. That's a lot of legitimacy right there, because what they're going to be doing probably is beyond my scope of even understanding right now. All I know is I see a good project with a really good roadmap and a lot of things coming up. Transferring assets to generate passive incomes, that's what we like. Exchange reviews and applications for listing, and it goes on and on and on. And the Q3 is even more, and in Q4, I mean, they're doing things. This company's moving. They are onto something that I consider to be special. Now, I don't really do too much deep diving into white papers, but today we're going to look into this white paper a little bit, just because there's a few things I want to share with you. And again, I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom of the barrel on this one, because I want you guys to DYOR. Please do your own research. These are risk asset managements. There's a lot of risk, a lot of reward in these kinds of things. Getting in early can be the hugest reward you can even possibly imagine, or it could just totally not work out, and it can totally just, the bottom could fall out. So that's just my warning. Personally, I do not see that with this, or I would not be bringing it to the channel, and I would not be putting my own money into it. So let's continue on here, guys. Viewers from the CEO. We don't need the introduction. Look at the stock and the traditional stock market. Okay, let's keep going. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Here's what I wanted to focus on here because I am a crypto guy. Now, each phase will bring additional value to the token's characteristics, provide different means of financing for the company, and further benefit our investors. A large portion of the company's profits will be used to purchase TENSET tokens from exchanges and burn. We already read that, and it's going to be good overall for the TENSET economy. Now, I do happen to have investments to specific different portions in all of these assets. Obviously, your BTC, you got your Ethereum, Polkadot. I'd like to see them working with a great thing like Polkadot. Link's everywhere. Link's got partnerships with everybody. TENSET would be the one I would be getting my hands on the 31st. USDC, so they work with stablecoins as well. Here's what ticks my bell right here. YFDAI. Again, if you can comment below, how many of you have heard of YFDAI? How many of you are invested in YFDAI? And how many of you are even using the YFDAI platform? It is a launchpad platform, so if any of you are using YFDAI and staking or lending out your YFDAI and trying to get into the new projects that they are doing on their launchpad, please let me know because I am a U.S. citizen, so I'm having trouble being able to actually stake my YFDAI, but I'm really trying to do that. The point is that I love the fact that there's a little known cryptocurrency here that they are working with TENSET. That makes me very happy. That makes me bullish on YFDAI. That makes me bullish on TENSET. That means that they're starting off with a really good base platform of cryptocurrencies that they deem worthy to be holding and to be staking value for the people who are invested in TENSET. So this is what really, really piqued my interest and made me want to like kind of up my allocation on what it is exactly that I was looking for. So we're not going to the first phase. We're not going to the second phase. Pardon me, you guys. We see this list there. What else did I want to look at with you? So they've got a list also of stocks, basically good ones in my opinion. You know, Coca-Cola, some of the big guys, AT&T, PepsiCo. These guys are not playing games. They're not messing around with these little things that you've never heard of. I mean, they've got some of the big dogs on their agenda in their target, and that is what I like to see. So again, working with Visa, I am not showing you all these things, you guys, because I want you to look at this yourself. This white paper is absolutely worth looking at, especially if you're going to be putting a decent allocation into this particular project. Now, I did want to talk about this information about their public offerings. So you can go in there and you can get on Etherscan, and you can see all this stuff for yourself. This is definitely not a situation where they're going to rug pull. The people who have been holding, the people who have already had their allocations, which we'll talk again in a second, they're all there. You can see them. I pulled it up myself. I'm not going to do it on the computer screen here, but it's good to be able to see that these guys can actually back up what they say, and they're not just going to come in and flood the market with a whole bunch of investor tokens and everything like that, and that's a really good thing. So here we go. Company wallets. 5% liquidity reserve, 5% marketing, 10% team and advisors, 10% company reserve, 70% sales pool. Now I know that they're initially starting off the Uniswap with they are providing liquidity, $1 million worth of ETH and $1 million worth of TENSET tokens. So hopefully it won't be hard to get a hold of these tokens because, like I said, I am looking to buy a couple of ETH worth, and I'm hoping that I would be able to get in and not have to wait and get bid out, because I think this thing is actually going to probably pretty much take off pretty quickly. I think there's a lot of X's on the board with this. I'm not really looking at this as a short-term project. Now I will say this, if I buy into this and it goes up 20x, you best believe I'm taking about half that off the table and recouping my original money, hopefully even making some money and keeping the rest for long term. In a deflationary asset, it's always good to hold on to something. If this thing takes hold, you guys, this could easily be a 50, maybe even a 100x project. I don't know what the token price is coming out at. I have no idea, but I know that the fact that it's basically not a high allocation, and it is extremely deflationary, and they are aggressive in their marketing, they're aggressive in how they're going to be investing, and the fact that they've got projects like YFDAI in there, I like. Company reserve, it's got the token addresses there. This is what I wanted to go over here. So the tokens, so the smart contract controlling team and advisors token address is this. The tokens are locked for 36 months. Every 3 months, 10% of the tokens are released. So this is good. So even the people who are holding on to this, the teams and the advisors, people who have been working really hard on this project, who deserve to get paid, absolutely, are not going to come in and flood the market with all their tokens just because this thing has gone up 10 or 20 times. I'm not saying it's going to go up like that, but I'm just saying in crypto, we've all seen that happen before. This project is not allowing that. So their tokenomics, again, they run deep. They have a lot of really good things going on. We're going to scroll all the way to the bottom here because I want to look at the team, but there was actually a better place. So if you're interested, you can look at the all of their social media. It's all right there. They're pretty much everywhere. But I want to go back here because this is a better way to actually look at it. Because there's one guy I do want to talk about in particular that needs to be mentioned. He is definitely the kind of person you want to see working on a team. Let's see, it's not there. It's not on the roadmap. There we go. It's right there. Team. Duh, Mike. Sorry, guys. So the team. All right, you can go check out. This is not an anon. This is great. So these guys are all out in the open. You can get on their LinkedIn. You can check their profiles. You can see who they are. You can see their business degrees. You can see all the good things that you want to see into a team so that there's just none of this anonymous stuff and all of a sudden everybody runs off with your Ethereum. I would almost say about 100% chance that's not going to happen on this project. But this guy. Now, I actually have heard of him because I have an uncle who's really into this kind of stuff, and I've heard this name mentioned. And when I heard his name, I went, wait, this guy really? So he's basically a partner and an angel investor. But let's read a little bit about this guy. So Robert Grin is the youngest self-made entrepreneur to make the Forbes 100 rich list. He's the former CEO of CodeWise. Anybody ever heard of CodeWise? The second fastest growing company in all of Europe, basically. He's Tenset's gateway to the big world of tech with a strong presence in the Silicon Valley. Great. Robert was born in Oxford, and he graduated the University of this, and he also graduated the University of that. So this guy's got some degrees. He knows what he's doing. He's this is the kind of guy you want as an angel investor. This guy sees money into this project, so he's basically one of the main backers, and that's a really good thing. You want to see success. You want to see the people on the team, board of advisors and investors who know the game and understand how to get things done here. He's also a crypto enthusiast, so the man knows crypto. So obviously, like I say, he sees things with this project, who officially joined the TENSET team as a strategic partner and an angel investor. There's also a bunch of other board advisors. You can also get into them too as well, and we can look into that at another time. So basically, like I said, you guys, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I will find a way in the Telegram to, at some point, text you guys the way or the time that they're going to go live on Uniswap. Because like I said, I'm in from the very first minute. I'm going to try and get my allocation. I'm going to kind of sit back and just be happy that I have this. So if you guys have not joined the Telegram, please join our Telegram. Everybody in there's been really great. Nobody's shilling. Nobody's trying to, rip people off in there, which is great. We got a good system of a lot of good guys with a lot of good information. So also, I would suggest if you have the ability to get on my Telegram, you do have the ability to get on TENSET's Telegram as well. So go check them out. Everyone's been pretty great on there too. And just find out the information. And let's talk about this, you guys, because we have a little bit of time to digest this before we get into the project. I'm enjoying doing this here on Synalytics Crypto. I hope that this is something that's going to be bring a lot of value to the channel and to the people who have been into this channel, the people who have supported me. Again, thank you. We're going fast. Like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate you guys. You know that. Please leave comments because I really want to interact on this particular project as much as we can as a community before this goes live and before we put our hard-earned money towards this and make sure that we all do well together. So, me and my sweetheart, La Planta here, we out. Peace.